Hello Flosstube friends, this is Lauren. I am also known as Cross Stitch Bunny here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. A big welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning viewer or a subscriber, it's lovely to have you back. If you are new and you have only just found me, this is my channel all about cross stitch. I try not to diverge too much. I throw in a bit of life update for those that are interested, and I may occasionally talk about other crafts if I attempt to tackle any, but pretty much this is all about cross stitch. So today is a boiling hot day. It is the 18th of July and Adam told me, and my partner told me just before I came to film this, that this is apparently a record breaking day of heat in the UK, and he looked at our thermometer and I think it's close to 40 degrees, like it is nearly 40 degrees. Like up in our living room. Our living room is upstairs. So yeah, it is hot, very hot for the UK. And I am quietly regretting filming this already because I'm sat in the room that we call the sun room. We call it that for a reason. It is a lovely sunny room. I like to do the floss tube in here and have done my last few episodes in here because the lighting is great. But it is also really, really warm and I can't put the fan on because then the camera will pick up on that noise and you might not be able to hear me. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I'm going to try and keep this fairly short because there is a really high probability that my camera is going to overheat. It overheated a couple of episodes back and it wasn't even as hot as it is today. So yes, I'm going to try and battle through this. I don't want to rush and talk too fast, but I also want to get through this fairly quickly before that hopefully happens. But if I suddenly cut out and then come back again, you'll know why. A few thank yous to do. Firstly, I would like to say a big thank you and a shout out to my viewer Kelly, who was kind enough to leave me a Ko-fi donation. I never really talk about my Ko-fi account, it is in my show notes, but I do like to shout out when somebody actually utilises that to express their gratitude for me posting my videos and express the fact that they enjoy watching them. So thank you so much, Kelly. I really appreciate that and appreciate your donation. Because I am hoping to do more giveaways on this channel going forward in the future, and those donations will really help with that in terms of like posting giveaways out. So thank you, Kelly, for your support and I really appreciate it. I would like to give another little round of thank yous to several people within the stitching community that I consider like friends. So I don't have like a huge group of stitchy friends in real life, but since connecting with the stitchy community on Instagram and here on YouTube, I have built up a lovely group of stitchy friends, and there's a lot of people that I follow. I think I follow like 1,500 or more stitching accounts on my Instagram. I love to see loads of different things that everyone's stitching, but there are a few people that obviously you get to know a bit better, you connect with and talk with a little bit more, and some of those people, yeah, I'm at the point where, you know, we'll talk about other things, they'll check in with me, say hello. A couple of them I chat with on WhatsApp or Facebook instead of through Instagram where we originally met. And yeah, I've had some things going on within my life, within my family recently that I'm not at all going to touch on here, but just things that have been a bit worrying, a bit concerning, and some of my lovely stitchy friends that know about these things have just taken the time to check in with me and make sure I'm okay, and you know, keep me positive, and yeah, it's just really lovely. I appreciate that. So yeah, some big thank yous to Stitch with Beth, Cross Stitch Mad Sarah, my lovely friend Anita, who goes by the name Anita10256 on her Instagram, Shani, who is the ginger cross stitcher with several underscores, and yeah, thank you to you four in particular for checking in on me and yeah, just giving me someone to talk to. You're all lovely, I really appreciate it, and I just appreciate this wider community in general. I just think cross stitchers across the board just seem to be such a lovely, friendly, nice bunch of people, if I do say so myself, because obviously I am part of that group. Yeah, I just think everyone is just really, really kind, and it is a lovely little corner of the internet to be a part of. I'm glad that I found it. So yes, big thank yous to you guys in particular, but also like everyone everyone that interacts with me on Instagram or on here. Like, thank you to all of you, but you guys in particular have just made an effort to check that I'm okay, and I appreciate that. Other life update is just that we have been getting out and about with the kids absolutely loads, trying to take advantage of the passes that we have. We have an annual pass for the local safari park that's like 30-40 minutes from us depending on traffic, and we also have a pass for like a local petting farm place that has a lot of farm type animals, and they also have soft play, go-karts, loads of fun stuff for the kids. So yes, we have been making a big effort to just get out as a family as much as we can and utilise those annual passes, which have proven to be a good investment because we are going to those 2 places loads, and my kids are, you know, they're really young. For them, they don't tend to get very bored easily of visiting the same places, and obviously every time we go we'll do different things. We won't do all of it every time we go there, like especially the safari park that we visit is huge. There's animals, there's rides, there's little walking bits to do, there's loads of stuff to do, so we try and like vary our route and do different parts of it every time we go, and they never get bored. Like so far so good. They're always entertained, they always love it. So we've been having a really good time, been getting through the factor 50 SPF like nobody's business. Like I'm drowning the children in it, and they're just permanently sticky at the moment. It's a nightmare. Yeah, same with me. Like I'm trying to be safe, use my sunscreen. Particularly I've started using a prescription skincare cream on my face that has like a high strength retinol in it. Like I won't bore you with skincare, but basically after 2 pregnancies, like the pigmentation in my face went wild. I have always had freckles, but it became something on another level after my 2 pregnancies. I think a lot of it was to do with the pregnancy hormones, but it never went back to how it was before, and I ended up with a lot of pigmentation, particularly like on my forehead, all under here, like all on my cheeks, and yeah, so like this sort of area, like a mask really, just became crazy pigmented, like loads and loads of hundreds of freckles are all just like merged into one. And I did a bit of research, I've been doing some research on it for a while because I was like, this isn't normal, this isn't just freckles anymore, and I'm pretty sure I had a condition called melasma, I think that's what I've got. I did speak to a dermatologist, like an online service, sent photos, and yes, they've put me on a prescription cream that I'm using on my face. I've been on it for 3 weeks so far, and I'm actually really shocked that it seems to be working. Like within only 3 weeks, there does seem to be a positive result already, but I'm having to be so careful because one of the disclaimers of using this cream is it's a high strength retinol and you cannot expose your face to the sun while using it because that can like reverse all the positive effects and even make it worse. So I've been absolutely paranoid while we are enjoying these lovely days out. I am just drowning myself in factor 50, reapplying it regularly to my face and trying to wear my sunglasses and a hat. But yeah, so far so good. It seems to be working, and it is worth taking that extra care because I am pleased with what it seems to be doing for me. What else? My website is now officially over a year old. It was a year old on the 12th of July 2022. I launched the 12th of July 2021. So yeah, a big, huge thank you to all of you that have supported my website over the last 12 months. It is still, you know, a small venture, but it is slowly growing. I think more people are getting to know that I exist, and yeah, it's great. It's something that I enjoy doing. Trying to slowly expand my product range, and I'm very aware that I have let the 1 year anniversary just slip by with no fanfare, no special event, nothing. And I did say in my last Flosstube I was planning to do something, but with all the stuff I have had going on, particularly the more worrying news that I've had recently, I've just had a lot on my plate, a lot on my mind, and it's not materialised. But I'm hoping to hopefully get on top of that and do something exciting in the next couple of months, so maybe like around the 14-month mark. I'm going to try my best to pull something together and do something exciting with that, so watch this space. don't know how many minutes I was into recording them, but the camera has literally already overheated, so that is crazy. I've had to let it cool down. I'm going to try and carry on, but I really think I do need to speed up, so let's just get on with the stitching. So my last Flosstube episode was filmed I think on or around the 30th of June, and since then I have done about 29 hours stitching, and that has been over 18 days. That's a bit less than I would usually do. Yeah, it's definitely a bit less than I would usually do. I would usually do like around 30 to maybe 35 hours stitching in a couple of weeks, and it has been, you know, several days longer than 2 weeks, and I've not hit 30 hours yet, but that's fine. Like, it's not like a goal that I set myself, it's just that I know that's what I usually do. I've done a bit less stitching than usual. That is mostly down to the weather. I've just been feeling hot, sweaty, exhausted at the end of the day. I also, like, I've been worried about touching my stitching too much, especially on any of the pieces that I'm doing on printed fabrics or hand dyes that I don't really want to have to wash. Yeah, I'm like worried that I'm going to sweat on them, or no matter how much I wash my hands, I feel like they've still got sun cream on them. Yeah, so some days I've just not felt like stitching, but I've also been doing a bit of reading. I have not picked up and sat with a good book and read for a long time, and I do really enjoy reading. So I have picked up the Harry Potter series of books from book one, and I'm currently enjoying reading that. I'm on book one at the moment, but yeah, really enjoying that. So I've been physically sitting and reading those books, but I have also discovered Audible, and yes, there was a free trial, a free 4-month trial being advertised for Prime members. I don't know if it is still available. I signed up about 2 weeks ago, but I thought it was a great opportunity to try it with 4 months for free. So yes, I've signed up for that, and I have literally just come to the end of listening to my very first audiobook, and it's just been a revelation to me. It's been fantastic to be able to listen to a book, so effectively be reading, but while multitasking. So I have been able to stitch and read at the same time. I have been able to cook dinner or unpack the shopping or be driving the car, all the while listening to a book that I would otherwise not have the chance to sit down and physically read. So that has been absolutely great. I am loving it so much at the moment that I may very well stick with having a subscription when the free trial ends. We will see, but I've got 4 months to try it out, and I'm loving it so far. So yeah, anyway, I'm digressing again, and I really don't want this camera to overheat for a second time, so let's get on with it. Yeah, I have felt like my stitching is on a little bit of a go slow. I feel like I have been watching more stitching than I've actually been doing. I've been watching quite a lot of Flosstube, and yes, I was watching Teresa Little Stitcher's most recent episode just a day or two ago, so I think that was her episode 93. And she said exactly the same thing, like she feels like she's on a go slow, and I completely relate. And I have just been feeling like I've just not been stitching like I want to stitch. I've been thinking about doing it, but when it comes to it, either I've been picking it up and just doing a really small amount and putting it away, or I've not even been getting it out at all. And when I have been getting it out, I just feel like I've been stitching really slowly, so I've not got as much done as usual. Speaking of Teresa Little Stitcher, she is one of my favourite Flosstubers, and I have loads of favourite Flosstubers, but I do really enjoy Teresa's videos, and in her most recent one, I absolutely love the Nora Corbett chart that she has shown, the cream and sugar chart. That is now on my wish list. It is not the first time I've seen it. I actually saw it not long ago. I think that was on eBay when I was scrolling and having a look. I saw it on there and thought it was beautiful with all the different cups of tea. I thought it was really lovely, but I'd forgotten about it, and then her showing it again on her Flosstube reminded me how much I liked it. So yes, I've not bought it yet, but that is definitely creeping to the top of my wish list. And I also particularly love the Bella Filipina that she has on the go at the moment. The I think is it Mayari? My notes, I did write it down here, like the Mayari Deity of the Moon. I have that in my stash, and so it's lovely to see someone who's actually started it and is progressing with it. I'm sure that if you watch me, you already watched Teresa's videos, but if you've not seen her latest episode yet, it is a good one, and I really enjoyed it. Other floss tubes, I may as well get floss tubes out of the way. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of them. I have discovered a brand new floss tube, Nifty Stitch. The lady on that channel, her name is Amy Lauren, and she is on Instagram as Nifty Stitcher. I think I will put tags and names on screen and in the show notes so that you can see all the people that I'm talking about. But yes, Amy Lauren has a brand new floss tube. I watched her first episode yesterday and loved it. She had a lovely whip parade, lots of projects on the go, I think well over 20 projects on the go, so it was a really nice episode to just see all those different things that she is stitching. And she also had one particular piece that I've never seen before. It is a woodland folkies, I think the series was called. They used to be around years ago before my stitching break. Really cute designs, all with woodland animals, and I think now they're actually quite hard to get hold of. I think they're discontinued. So yeah, she's stitching on this one particular piece that is a Christmas themed, like Winter Wonderland, I think it was called, woodland folkies piece, and I just love it. I fell in love with it. It's a kit that she is stitching. Of course, I immediately looked and I can't find it anywhere except a single kit available in America, and the postage like costs more than the kit itself, and I just can't justify it. But yeah, it is a gorgeous kit. If anyone has it languishing in a drawer or something, the Woodland Folkies Winter Wonderland, I'll put a picture up. If you recognise this and you have it and you think you're never going to get around to stitching it, please send me a message, let me know. I'd love to buy it from you. But also I messaged to tell her how much I was enjoying her floss tube and how much I loved that. And Amy did say to me that if she, like when she gets round to finishing it, she would be happy to pass the pattern on if I've still not been able to find it. So I very well might be taking her up on that. Yeah, it's a piece that I would love to stitch, but go check her out. Everyone loves the new floss tube episode 1, and hers is a good one. It's a whip parade, so yeah, a lovely one to go and watch. I have also been catching up with Rogue Mama Stitches videos, so that is Amber here on Flosstube. I have watched Amber since she started her Flosstube. We started our channels at a very similar time, and I always love her stitching. She stitches such beautiful things, but you may very well know her as like the soda stitch queen. Like, she collects and stitches loads of soda stitch patterns. She's the first person that I saw doing soda stitch, so she was like my introduction to that designer, and I think they have some really cute stuff. I have bought a few patterns off the back of seeing things that Amber has previously stitched, but she has done a 3-part soda extravaganza recently of just all her collection of patterns, and it is mind-blowing how many she has. I don't think she quite has every single one that they have ever done, but she does have hundreds, like it has to be hundreds. And yeah, it's a good few hours of watch time if you watch all 3 parts. And yes, part 1, part 2 cover all her physical soda charts, and then her part 3 was all her digital charts, I think. So yeah, like she printed them off physically to show you like the covers from the PDFs, but yes, in the episode 3 they are all available by PDF, so that might be the best episode to watch like if you're short on time and can't watch all 3, because the first 2 episodes, a lot of those were her physical charts, and I think a lot of them are probably pretty hard to get hold of and not in print. But that 3rd episode has loads of designs in that are available by PDF. But yeah, anyway, I love Amber's videos. I always love her videos, but I particularly have enjoyed catching up on her soda special episodes. They're lovely, really relaxing to just sit there and see her go through all that stash. Like, I think everybody loves a peek into everyone else's stashes. Likewise, I have discovered Amy's channel, so that's Fiber Arts Amy, and I'm sure loads of you are familiar with her. And I just happened to have her episode 10 pop up, I think it was, as a suggestion, which was a Mirabilia stash dive, so of course I clicked yes on that and watched that. I'm not all the way through it yet. I think I'm only about 25 minutes into part 1, but that is another amazing stash video. Like, if you like Mirabilia, have any interest in Nora Corbett designs whatsoever, it is a must watch. I'm thoroughly enjoying that. So yes, lots and lots of Flosstube watching has been going on. So actual stitching, and I do have 5 projects to show you. I've worked on 5, so I have 1 new start, and that is my 9 jars sal. So this is the stitch along that I am hosting. I know that a lot of you have started to stitch it with me. You've been using the hashtag. I'm so excited that we're all stitching this together, and I don't know why I'm holding it there. That would be easier, then I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, this is my jar number 1. So I have chosen the Christmas pattern. If you've watched my previous Flosstubes, you will know that there were 2 patterns you could choose from, so Christmas or the summer pattern. I chose Christmas one, hashtag Jolly July. It is Jolly July, so it is nice to stitch on something a bit Christmassy, and I have done Getting the Tree. This is being stitched on 14 count plain white, no it's not, I'm lying, 18 count plain white Ada. And there it is. Give you a nice close up. I mean, it's beautiful with the presents and the tree and the little cat in the car. Lovely little details in this, and I have been absolutely loving seeing all your pictures, everyone that's been stitching it with me. I am going to pop up a few pictures of some other people's progress right now. I am just going to put captions, so you will just see some pictures popping up with people's Instagram names tagged on them. Just for the sake of just being a little bit quick. Like I said, I don't want this camera to overheat, so in future episodes I will talk a bit more through them as I'm showing them, but for now I'm just going to show you a variety of people's starts, and please don't be offended if yours is not in there. And a lot of you have been stitching it, and I will try and get around to showing everyone's progress as we go through it. We've got plenty of months. Also, if you have emailed me, because I have had a couple of emails showing off progress from people that don't use Instagram, I will share your photos from your emails as well. So yeah, if you're not on Instagram and you want to send me email photos, please do. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing other people's little bits of progress there. We have now finished jar 1, many of us. So this is jar 1 for me. You'll see that other people have been doing different jars because there was no specific jar that you had to start with. I am looking forward to getting on with jar 2, which you can see I have started this morning. So the 18th is the day for part 2 to start. Today is the day, and I have managed to do some this morning, and despite the hot weather I was motivated to sit down and do it. I don't know why I keep holding it on this side of me. It makes it so much more difficult. I don't know what I'm doing today. Anyway, yeah, I've just started the outline. It's all in shades of light blue. And I'm just starting to do the off-white. This jar is going to be the Christmas jumper jar, which I'm really excited about. Like, I was looking on the pattern for where I wanted to go next for my jar 2, and I've gone up to... Yes, it's like a Rudolph Christmas jumper jar. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I've already made a start on that, and it is the first day of this part. We've got 18 days, and I will give a reminder on Instagram and also on here when the next part is due to start. But I hope that you're all enjoying this. Those 3 whips that I have to show you, because I've worked on 5 things. So that was my new start, the first thing to show you. Then we're going to look at 3 existing whips followed by 1 finish. So existing whip 1 is my Patchwork turtle. I will show you where I was on this last time you saw it, and hopefully you can see the difference. There is some progress. I'll give you a closer look. Oh my god, what am I doing? Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. Give you a good look at that. This is my beautiful turtle, Patchwork turtle. Cross Caroline, who I mentioned previously, has finished this now. I think, I'm pretty sure she has finished. and it looks amazing. I have started the back stitch now. I don't think I had started any back stitch last time you saw this. And yeah, I'm just really pleased with how this is progressing. I think it's beautiful. Got it on my wave for wave fabric that I have obviously mentioned to you several times before because I mention it every time I show this. So yeah, doing this on 18 count as well, and this pattern is from the World of Cross Stitch magazine. I will put it below in the show notes for the precise episode of the magazine I was trying to say, but I don't mean episode, do I? Honestly, my brain is just not working today. The issue of the magazine that it's from. Another camera malfunction, another overheat, so I'll really try and plough through this more quickly. I really don't want to have to stop again. This is the next WIP that I have worked on. This is my Animal Alphabet by Designworks. It came as a kit. It's just called Animal ABC, I think. And this is for my little boy. This was called on my WIPGO for this month. I was hoping to do letters A through to H. That has not happened. I said that it wouldn't happen this month because I also had my Mirabilia Mermaid cord, and I said that I would be working on that a lot more than this, and that has proved true. But I have made an effort to pick it up and just try and add at least a little bit to C for cat. So yes, I have added in some orange and some brown on this cat's face here and started to work down here to the body. It's not a lot of progress, as you can see. If I show you the comparison from last time you saw this, I have not done much at all, but I did just want to pick it up and make a token effort to at least work on it a little. But yeah, this will not be done this month. There's no way I'm going to complete that goal of getting letters A to H done. It's just not going to happen, and that's fine. It will get done at some point, but it will not all get done this month because, as I said, my Ophelia's Pearl Mermaid was called for on WIPGO, and I am just going to take her off the frame because it's such a shame that last time I showed her, her tail was all obscured. Try and actually put my hoop down, show it in her full glory today. I don't have a board at hand to hold behind her, but hopefully your view will be okay. So this is my mermaid, and she has really been my focus. It doesn't look like I've made that much progress, but it feels like quite a lot of progress to me because I did make the decision to start stitching her skin over one, which hopefully you can see here because it is tiny. So I'm stitching this on 32 count, and yes, I'm doing that 1/1 skin, and I think it's looking good. I did a poll on Instagram because I really couldn't decide whether to stick to doing 2/2 or whether to go 1/1 on that skin, and I think about 65% of people or thereabouts said yeah, try the 1/1, and I thought, well, if I am going to try 1/1 skin on anything, this is a good one to do it on because it's a relatively small area. Like, it is literally only her arms here that are clasped in front of her body, and just her neckline and her face, and a lot of this is obscured with like beads anyway, and like some pink that's supposed to be, I don't know, supposed to be like something around her shoulders maybe. You'll be able to see on the full picture, but yeah, this is what I have done, and this is what she looked like on my last Flosstube. So I have done quite a bit. I've done a lot more beading, quite a lot more hair, and like I said, I've started that skin, and obviously for every stitch that I would be doing over 2, I'm having to do 4 stitches over 1. So it is 4 times the amount of stitching to cover the same amount of space. Yeah, I would really like to get her finished this month. She has been called on my WIPGO, and it would be lovely to finish her. We'll see. Like I said, if I had chosen to do the skin over 2, I think that I would definitely finish her this month without a problem, but not so sure with having decided to do it over 1. I'll have to see how that plays out, but I'm going to try and finish her. I think she will be my main focus for the rest of the month, to just do my best to finish her. Speaking of finishes, I have had one finish looking for something to hold it against. I've been a bit disorganised. This will do. Just pick something out of my stash, my haul box, to just hold it against. So this is a finish, and it is my Lizzie Kate to-do list being stitched on 16 count like opalescent green. I'll give you a close-up. I completely changed all of the colours on this, and I didn't plan them and then stitch. I literally just picked up a box of anchor thread. So I've got a box, a storage box, a plastic box of anchor threads, and I don't know, I've probably got maybe like 40 colours in it or something that are anchor that I got from someone's D-stash, and I don't particularly stitch using anchor, and I thought that I should just try and use some of them up on patterns where I might want to change the colours a bit, where I'm not too bothered about like colour matching for DMC equivalents. So yeah, I thought this was a good one to try and use some of those anchor threads up on, and I just love it. I love the sentiment. So my to-do list for today: count my blessings, practice kindness, I'm trying to read it backwards, let go of what I can't control, listen to my heart, be productive yet calm, just breathe. Isn't that lovely? And then it's just got all these little motifs scattered around, so pretty. So yes, if you are interested in the anchor colours that I used on this, just drop me a comment, and I will dig out my little list with them all written down, but I've not got them to hand here, so I can't tell you what I used. But yeah, this is just all stitched in random anchor. I'm really happy with it. That is my finish. That is all my stitching. We've got through the stitching super quickly. Like I said, I've not done as much as usual, but I am pleased to have had a finish with feeling like I'm on a bit of a go slow, and also feeling like I've got a few too many whips. Finishing this takes me down to 23 whips, which is still a little bit too many. I would like to have fewer, but it is a step in the right direction, so long as I don't immediately replace it with a new start, which I'm trying really hard not to do. Yeah, so that is all my stitching, but I do have some nice haul to share with you as well. So I'll just get my little haul box. Adam, if you're watching now, goodbye. You don't need to watch this bit, because then I'll probably be in trouble. Yeah, I have bought a few bits. So first is this, oh, stop it. I keep holding them on the wrong side and then I can't see what I'm doing. This is a Historical Sampler Company Christmas kit in this lovely bag. I love it when they come in these bags. Like, I have had a couple of historical sampler kits I've got in my stash, and I've only ever had one before that's in a nice bag like these. Like, the others are always just in like the plastic packets. But yeah, I think this is really pretty. So this is a Noel kit with the little trees, and I believe that it comes with that fabric, although we'll just have another little chat. Yeah, it does. It comes with the spotty fabric and obviously all the threads and the chart. And you know, it is Jolly July, so I've treated myself to this little Christmas pattern. It was an eBay purchase in the spirit of more Jolly July shopping. So I've shown you the historical sampler kit, Noel. My next bit of haul is also Christmassy themed, and this is the Winter White Santa by Mirabilia, so by Nora Corbett. It is beautiful, and this is one of the few charts that actually comes with an exclusive embellishment. So the tiny little crystal there on the top of the tree comes included with the chart, and you can't buy it separately. And if you buy the embellishment pack, that will not be in there. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. I'm not the biggest fan of Santas. I don't think I've ever stitched a Santa. I've seen plenty, but I've never liked one enough to stitch it. But I've had my eye on this chart for what feels like a really long time, and yeah, I decided to go ahead and buy it. One little quick note that I would say is, if you want this, go over to Arts and Designs and buy it from their website. I've seen this pop up on eBay so many times, and I always like have a little watch of the auction. And even like 2 or 3 days ago, I was watching an auction on eBay and it sold for like over £30 plus the delivery. So people were bidding this up to like £35 like total once they'd added the postage on. Arts and Designs currently have it in stock and are selling it for less than 16. I think it's like £15 and something pence. So yes, I mean, I just assumed, in all honesty, when I saw people paying upwards of £30 for this on eBay, and I've seen that happen several times. I think I've seen it go for over 40 in another listing a couple of months ago. I assumed it was out of print, and maybe it is, and maybe less and less shops have stock left, and maybe that's why people are happy to pay, you know, pay more than retail for it. But I'm just not sure. I don't know if it's out of print or not, because like I said, Art and Designs have it in stock. They have it, and I think they had either 2 or 3 copies in stock when I bought this, which was a couple of days ago. They have really fast delivery. Thank you, Arts and Designs. Yeah, so if you want a copy and like me, you keep seeing it going for £30 or £40 plus, maybe go over to Arts and Designs quickly and buy it, because as of right now, they did have at least a couple of copies left even after I bought this one. What I was actually looking for on Arts and Designs website was my embellishment packs. So I picked up the embellishment pack for Eva, who is one of the Bewitching Pixies. I do have quite a few of the Bewitching Pixie charts in my stash, and so yeah, I wanted to get the beads for her, and also the beads for Willow Queen, who is another pattern that I have in my stash. Yeah, I do love Arts and Designs for all these embellishment packs. They are very quick to deliver, and like I said, while I was on their website, I just had a quick look to see if they had that winter white Santa, and they did. So definitely head over there quickly if you want to grab a copy. Like I said, I don't know if they'll restock it. The fact that people seem to overpay for that chart makes me think it's out of print, but I could be wrong. I'm not a Mirabilia expert, but yes, if you want to get it for a more reasonable price, head over to Arts and Designs while they definitely still have it in stock. Next bit of Jolly July purchasing is this Dimensions kit of a lovely reindeer and snowman together. And this is called Ornamental Reindeer. It's a complete kit, and this was an eBay bid purchase, and the same seller was having quite a clear out on like a definite D-stash, and they had this little Valerie Pfiffer chickadee, the Christmas one, Christmas Chick. This is also a kit on 14 count, and if you can see on the back there, there's like a whole series of these little chicks. So you've got the chef, like painter, golfer, fisherman, tennis, what else is there? Gardener and rain chick, and they're all very delightfully cute. I like some more than others. I don't have any of the others, but I've got this one, and I would like to try and get the kitchen chick and the fisherman chick. Those are like my top 3, is the Christmas one, the fisherman and the chef. So I will have my eyes open for those ones. And the same person also had these kits by Margaret Sherry collection. I think it's for Heritage, yeah, Heritage Stitchcraft Margaret Sherry collection. But it's these like Thelwell, I think they're Thelwell. No, are they? I don't know, I've confused myself now, because they look a lot like the Thelwell ponies, but I don't think they are. Or maybe they are, I don't know. Did Margaret Sherry design the Thelwell ponies, like the little fat ponies? I don't know, but if not, they're very similar anyway, and they're very cute, these Margaret Sherry ponies. And I have looked for these, I've seen these kits before, but I'm pretty sure they're discontinued, and I have struggled to find any of them to actually buy. But yeah, this lady had 2 of them, so I'm sorry about the glare. I'm not going to take them out of the cellophane because I'll never get them back in. But this is Spike in Charge, and it is the little grey dappled pony, and there is a little hedgehog holding his lead rope. And then the other one is called Small Talk, and this is like a chestnut coloured pony with a flaxen mane and tail, and it's like talking, as it were, to this little bird. And this pony looks very much like Jingle, who is the pony that my kids love to ride. So yeah, I'm really happy to get those. I'm definitely going to stitch them. And then lastly, the same lady had this little Ted kit, which is all done in like neutrals. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous, so cute. It is very much like nursery style stitching, but yeah, I don't think this will be going in either of my kids' rooms. I just want to stitch it because it's so sweet. So I'll get round to that at some point. And then lastly, she says, I have a kit and one more Mirabilia purchase to show you. So the kit is this Fleur de Lis dolphin kit, which comes with like a dark blue navy Ada, and I just think it's gorgeous with these tropical fish, the jellyfish. Just love all the detail in this design. I wish it wasn't so glary. Look at that. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. I love underwater themed stitching pieces, but I often struggle with dolphin ones, especially to find ones where I really like the dolphins on them. And yeah, I really like these. I really like the style of it. I think that's beautiful. And my last purchase is a almost fully kitted Mirabilia. So it came in this project bag. Somebody else has already taken the time to kit it up, and it is the Botanical Garden. So it's like one of the more recent designs, and I've seen this several times, and when this first came out I wasn't that taken with it. Like, it didn't catch my eye and make me immediately think, yes, I want that chart. But then since then, like now that it's been released for a little while, I've seen a few people stitch it, and I've seen one lady actually complete it, and that completely changed my mind. Like, I thought, like, actually seeing it completed, and you know, I know that there is a model stitch here, but seeing someone's photos on Instagram and like close-ups of the detail, it blew me away. I thought it was amazing, and suddenly I fell in love with it. So yeah, the kit that I bought includes the chart, which like has been opened, and she has like marked off the supplies that she's bought, and I think there's literally just 2 DMC colours and the Krennic that are missing, but it's got the water lilies, it's got the Caron water lilies in there, it's got all the different beads, and it's got all the DMC bar 2, and there's a Krennic missing, but it is Krennic 198, which I think is just like a silvery Krennic, and I have quite a lot of like silvery coloured metallics in my stash. I think I've got a Light Effects one, although Light Effects is not my favourite to work with, but I have got like a silvery Light Effects metallic, and I've got what's it called, Petite Treasure Braid. I definitely have some silver Petite Treasure Braid, so I may just sub the Krennic with that. I just thought I'd just get out the water lilies quickly, because I always think that the Caron water lilies are so beautiful. Let's get a better look at that if I can. I'm sure this one is no exception. Look how pretty they are. I must say, one of the reasons that I haven't worked on it this month, but one of the things that I'm finding most enjoyable about my Mirabilia Snow Maiden is using the Caron water lilies. Like, you know, they are expensive. Like, I guess they are like a luxury thread. They are silk. Do that over £5, sometimes over £6 for each colour, depending on where you're shopping. You know, they're not cheap. They are a luxury and a bit of an indulgence to stitch with, but they are beautiful to work with, and I have really been enjoying it. And I do quite like it when I see them pop up in a chart that I'm planning to stitch, because they are lovely to work with. That's it, we made it, we got to the end. I am boiling, I cannot wait to get out of this room, and the camera has already given up several times. I've had to stop and start despite the fact I really didn't want to, but it's just been so hot. If you are not subscribed already and you have enjoyed my video, please do subscribe. Help me hit that next milestone of 1.5k subscribers. I would be really grateful, and I will be doing a giveaway when we get there. So if you want to help me get there a bit quicker, that would be wonderful. I appreciate all of you that do take the time to watch me, whether you are returning or you are new. I just love having this little corner of Flosstube to share my whips with you and, you know, share all things stitching. Oh my gosh, sounds like someone's in trouble. Someone's being shouted at. I wonder what they've done. I better go and investigate. So yes, I'm going to go and see what mischief my children are getting up to. If you're in the UK and you're experiencing this heat wave too, stay sun safe, guys. I know that we all like to try and get a bit of a tan, or a lot of us do, but yeah, don't overdo it. Try and stay safe, sun safe, and I will see you all as close to the end of the month / beginning of August as I can, but I am going away. I'm going away for 4 or 5 days to visit family, and I will actually be there with my family on both the last day of July and the first day of August, which is typically when I would usually try and film. So I will just be filming as close to that as I can. I expect the chances are it will be within the first week of August, but a little bit later than usual. Which probably isn't a bad thing, considering that this video has been a bit late. If I tried to film it on the last day of July, I probably wouldn't have very much to show you, because that's not many days away. It's less than 2 weeks, and I like to have at least 2 weeks worth of stitching to show you in any given episode. But anyway, yes, enjoy the sun. If you are here in the UK, if you are elsewhere, you know, if you're in the US, I'm sure that you're having lovely weather as well, but maybe you're a little bit more set up for it. You've probably got aircon. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your stitching, and I will see you in August. Bye.